Good morning. I want to share with you today some information about myself and about how things tie into Broad Street today. My dad and my grandfather were both Methodist ministers, so I got a good, strong basis in the Methodist Church from them. On my mother's side, I have a strong lay heritage. My grandfather, for instance, Papa, made a habit of having a tithe account. And every payday, he took 10% of his gross, not of the net, 10% of his gross and put it into the tithe account. From there, he would write checks for different contributions, such as to the girls' club, where my grandmother was very involved in establishing that in Knoxville, and of course to his church. I remember one time where I was visiting them in the summer, and a fellow and his family were having a tough time. Papa signed 9 checks out of that checkbook, handed them in blank to the fellow and said, "Spend these as you need them to support your family and get settled." The man did that, and when my grandfather died, he came and spoke at the funeral remembering that, and also made a sizable donation to that church. Each of us has a chance to make a contribution. It can be small, it can be large, but the main thing is that it's from your heart. Broad Street is going to have an ambitious budget for the 25 calendar year, and you are an important piece of that, just as my wife and I will be an important piece of that. You're going to be asked to fill out a pledge card and turn that in. Look at a pledge card as your intention. It's not something that you are absolutely tied to, because conditions change for folks. But if you have an intention to give a certain amount, it will help us in the finance committee to have that on your pledge card. That way we know if we are doing a budget that is reasonable or not. We're looking at a budget that's north of $1 million, $1.3 million. But that's supporting Johnston Woods, it's supporting Unity Center, it's supporting Helping Hands, it's supporting the Honduras mission, so many various things. The youth program is a strong part of the budget, also for the children. And by giving to the main budget, you contribute to each one of those. So please look very carefully into your heart, into your mind, and make a pledge so that we can make good, solid plans for 2025 for the running of Broad Street United Methodist Church. Thank you.